For the last 6 weeks, our nation has been going through a lot of difficulties and tragedies. You stop and think about the hurricanes that hit Texas and then the terrible flooding that followed right after that. And then we had the hurricane that hit Florida and did such devastation in that state and ramifications of that, not to speak of Puerto Rico, which the people there at this very moment are suffering under the difficulties of that terrible situation. But then this past weekend, something happened even beyond any of this. And this is just simply an act of evil when we realize how one man took the lives of so many, injured so many families. When you stop and you consider these are things that we as Christians must do something about. And what we must do is pray. You know, I find oftentimes when you're such a distance away from a problem, you don't really relate to it. And we hear these statements by our leaders that our thoughts and prayers are with you. And when I hear that, I'm always encouraged because we're referring to God. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. But let me say something. I have to tell myself this. I, Reese, have to stop and pray. You actually have to do it. It's not just to say my thoughts and prayers are with you. You have to go before God and ask God to work, as only He can do in situations like this. And He's the only one that can bring good out of something that is so evil and so bad. But our God is that big and that strong, and He can do those things. We need to go to Him and ask our God to work and complete His purposes, even in the very midst of tragedy and the midst of evil. This is something we can do. Pray for these situations even today.